Good evening. Happy Father's Day, Willowbrook Apiaries. We are doing something that's not often recommended tonight. As you can hear, it's raining. You can hear raindrops in the trees above me. Got my smoker going. Gonna put a veil on. But you might ask, why? Why put yourself through this? Why are you going into bees in the rain? Well, the answer's simple. Because I hive to swarm, I need to go in and see whether or not they're doing anything wonky, building comb, cross-combing, making a mess in there. You leave a hive too long, you end up with a big mess that's hard to take care of. And my goal today, this inspection, Willowbrook Apiary, location 2, is to find out whether or not this new swarm is building out, whether they're building correct comb, and whether or not I need to add a box. It'd be nice if I could find the queen or eggs and larvae. I don't need to find the queen. If I find eggs and larvae, I know she's been there. I did find her while trying to catch the swarm, but she did fly. I believe she's here, otherwise the bees would have left. But enough hypothesis, enough thinking. Let's go in, let's check things out, and let's see how they're doing. So this setup is a little bit different than my standard setup. I usually run 8-frame mediums. This hive is set up as a 10-frame medium. Got the smoker going, well lit. Have a slab of granite on top to hold the lid in place. So what we're going to do today is we're just going to set the smoker down, lightly smoke the entrance. I'm going to set it underneath the edge of the hive and just give it one puff and let the smoke rise up into the hive. We don't want to get too much smoke in there or it'll actually agitate the bees. As you'll notice, this setup is a little different. It's wider. Still medium hive bodies, but this one is set up as a 10-frame. First thing I notice, we do have bees on the inner cover, just kind of moving around doing their thing. We've got bees right at the queen excluder, which I did put on to try to help keep the queen in here, even though there is an entrance down here. Could still escape. Try to mitigate things as much as possible. Now, never done a hive inspection while videotaping on my own with only one hand. So this should be interesting. But you're not going to see a whole lot of me today. What you will see is a lot of the bees. And I am loving what I'm seeing right there. We've got just bees galore, just packing out in between these empty spaces. Now we're just going to put a little smoke on that, smoke them down a little. See right here, we've got some cross comb happening. So you can already see we're going to have some issues we're going to have to fix. But bees will do what bees will do. And oftentimes that's confound the beekeeper. Just going to reach in here with my hive tool. This frame spreads right out, easy peasy. Just does this one, so they're not bringing in the propolis yet. Just going to carefully, slowly lift this up. Not really working that frame too much. Not working this next white frame too much, but this is where we have some of the wonky comb. They're building this comb out away from the frame. That's something they often do with the plastic foundation. But they are also starting to draw out the frame itself. So what I'm going to need to do here it's kind of sad they've done all this work and I'm just coming in here and removing it. The thing to do and be mindful of whenever you do something like that is, where's Queenie? Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to remove a frame that has the queen on it. Alright, so just coming in here and gently sliding the Hive tool underneath this comb. Checking the comb for the queen. And removing the comb. One more piece on this piece. Apply a little smoke to try to move them. And basically what I'm going to say here is these bees are going to require quite a bit more work than what I have the time and the hands to do tonight. So we're just going to take those few pieces off. We're going to set them over here, let the bees move off from them. And see if we can't get this thing put back in with one hand. Got it out with one hand, put it in with one hand, and I do want to show the difference between what the bees are doing on the wood foundation, the wood frames with no foundation, just kind of as an example of your different options and why they're not all equal. We have almost a full drawn frame here, top to bottom, covered in bees. Not even going to shake them off to try to show you. Just going to put it back in as carefully as we can. They do have some propolis in here. A little bit of cross comb. That loud buzz you hear is a drone being noisy. I'm going to slide that back in. I'm going to get the other frame and set it back together.
Go.
Willowbrook apiaries, happy bees, healthy honey. Don't forget to subscribe, to my YouTube channel. Hit those like buttons on the videos you're enjoying. And until next time, enjoy your beekeeping. God bless.